Hello and welcome back to the channel. It's been great passing 200 subs. Thank you all to the new subscribers that are here. I appreciate you for being here. You guys are amazing. But now we're going to jump into this video talking about Steven Spielberg being a total climate change hypocrite because of course he flies in private jets, and of course you all know it's rules for thee, for not for me. So you have to drive the electric cars, but we can fly, and then all the private jets, and you can't fly, but we can fly. You know, just kind of like, screw you, but not to us. We're better than you because we have money. Fuck off. This article from Bounding into Comics by Slade Hale. Steven Spielberg's climate change hypocrisy showcased in private jet fuel costs. Legendary filmmaker Steven Spielberg, who once revitalized the film industry by giving birth to the summer tentpole blockbuster phenomenon, has forever been an ardent climate change activist, as most of these Hollywood weirdos are, because, again, rules for thee, for not for me, and they can fly in private jets to talk about climate change. Meanwhile, they're helping, to essentially hurt their cause by flying in private jets, because they make no sense. However, like many left-wing cultural figures in America these days, that activism is running headfirst into some dicey territory. A New York Post article recently cited ABS-B exchange flight tracking data later compiled by Celebrity Jets, which added up all the trips the director has taken on his private jet. In the space of just 2 months, Spielberg's Gulfstream G650 gobbled its way through $160,000 worth of fuel across 17,000 total miles. Two particularly notorious private jet ramps include these, and we're going to skip over that. In total, Spielberg's jet spewed out 179 tons of carbon dioxide within just 2 months for traveling. Of course, this is getting into the hypocrisy part of these Hollywood celebrities thinking they're better than you when they're just not. For comparison, the average American's annual carbon footprint is 16 tons, and the average global footprint is 4 tons per person. It's not the first time Spielberg has raised eyebrows over the prolific use of his trusty jet. The director was once chided for flying from Martha's Vineyard, Massachusetts to Teterboro, New Jersey, which took a scant 56 minutes. Could have just drove that. Honestly, could have just drove that. And I'm sure Spielberg probably has an electric car somewhere. Spielberg's flippant hypocrisy is part of a broader narrative that has permeated the entirety of the left-wing culture and political circles, and has been emulated by prominent figures such as so-called climate czar John Kerry. Fuck him. Recently, the controversial Democrat had the hubris to claim that flying was the only choice for somebody like me who's traveling the world to win this battle. It's not. You can stop being a hypocrite like all these other people. Like Spielberg, Kerry also supposedly flew in a private jet to Martha's Vineyard, a popular getaway spot for corrupt Democratic Party elites, to celebrate the overly massless birthday party for Barack Obama during the height of the COVID pandemic. Yes, because most Democrats are hypocrites, but then again, Republicans are hypocrites too. They're both shit. The claim has been denied by Kerry's spin team, but it hasn't done a lot to tack up his image. In 2021 alone, Kerry took 16 flights on his own private jet, many of them within Massachusetts. The Boston International Airport, New Jersey, was sensing a pattern here. This is, of course, Leonardo DiCaprio. Most likely he flew in a private jet as well to this climate change summit, because, all of them are hypocrites, to be honest. The recent revelation of Steven Spielberg's hypocrisy comes to the surprise of but a few at this point. Those proclaim that America's cities would be underwater by the year 2000, and that humanity would be wiped out in 12 years due to climate change, which used to be called global warming, by the way. But because it doesn't sound scary enough, they had to change the climate change. They had to change the narrative because they're a bunch of pussies and they're hypocrites. Are the same people who refuse to curb their own luxurious successes for the sake of the cause. It's long been theorized that left-wing climate change alarmism is a manufactured ploy designed to scare Americans into giving up rights and freedoms, just like the COOF and just like the mandates, right? Thereby granting larger, fatter, more corrupt governments the ability to enslave the populace. And they're now doing it by trying to take away your guns, of course. Whether true or not, it's obvious the governments and left-wing institutions around the globe including the WHO and the World Economic Forum, are cashing in. Fuck them. They're all pieces of shit. Others, like Spielberg, may genuinely be concerned about the environment and have bought into the extremist anti-science alarmism being peddled by celebrity scientists like Neil deGrasse and Bill Nye. Again, Dolph Lundgren is a better scientist than both of you, just saying. The director has chimed in on his fear of climate change many times over the years, including a 2018 interview with his film Ready Player One. I'm terrified of global warming, he stated. Global warming is a scientific reality. No, it isn't. It's not a political trick. Yes, it is. It's a true piece of real measurable quantum science. No, it isn't. Of course, Spielberg isn't wrong. Yes, he is. The problem is that the data has been blown out of proportion and twisted for the purposes of political opportunism. Those crying foul may want to take a long, hard look at the UN's Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, which admitted in a recent report that if America were to cut 100% of its emissions right this instant, global temperatures would be affected by a paltry measly 0.137 degrees Celsius by the year 2100, which is why all the climate change stuff is absolute bullshit. The debate is whether such a minuscule, infinitesimal drop in global temperatures worth destroying the world's biggest economy while killing millions of Americans and people living in developing nations via the pursuit of extreme radical left-wing climate change policies. Everyone who relies on electrical, like diabetics, they would literally die overnight if we did exactly what these people want us to do. Diabetics would die overnight. Millions and millions of old people would die overnight. For years, the left has stated their goal is in direct, overt fashion to radically change systems of government and economics for the sake of equity-based initiatives. Fuck equity, by the way. If you pussies can't earn your way through life, too fucking bad. Life is not fair. Go fuck yourself. Just like the stupid student loan cancellation that shouldn't be happening right about now, because fuck you bitches for your trash gender studies that I don't feel like paying for. Because you're a broke bitch. In April of 2021, President Joe Biden claimed that climate change was an opportunity to create green jobs. It hasn't. None have since materialized. Yeah, there you go. However, this doesn't answer the question as to why Steven Spielberg, John Kerry, and other leftist cultural and political figures still cling to their private jets. They cling to their private jets because, once again, it's rules for thee, but not for me. They want you to eat the bugs, and they want you to not be able to fly, but they can fly at their leisure because they think they're better than you. And none of these people would be famous or have money if it wasn't for the fans and the people paying to watch their movies. So fuck all of them. Either they genuinely believe in the radicalism they're shouting about and are ignorant of their own culpability, or they don't believe the rhetoric at all and merely want to wag their fingers at everyone else in narcissistic fashion. Given the chaotic, fragmented, and constantly contradictory nature of leftist ideology, it's hard to tell which one. No, these people are not ignorant. They probably truly believe the bullshit that they're spewing. They just want everyone else to believe the bullshit that they're spewing, which a lot of people are waking up and not believing the bullshit that they're spewing, because as we've seen with all the in recent years, these people don't know anything they're ever talking about, and they just spew whatever NPC bullshit is being spewed to them on a regular basis, like an NPC download that they get every few months to spew the next bullshit cause to help, a bullshit cause to back, bullshit cause to support, just like shitty BLM. Always a scam, always knew it was a scam, because it's all bullshit. And these people don't just honestly believe in all the bullshit that they spew. And regular people are waking up to this stuff and not believing this absolute garbage that these people believe in. But, if we want to help out real people, small businesses that they so desperately claim to want to help out, go and back the Ripperverse. Go and back the Ripperverse. Go and do that. I will leave a link in the description. The site is not loading right now. They're having problems, but eventually it will get up and running again because they're very good at getting their site back up and running. And back the Ripperverse, I also leave links to my Twitter and Twitch in the description. Follow me on those platforms if you want to keep up with me. Thank you everybody for checking out this video and listening to my opinion today. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Comment below. Let me know what you guys think about this. And I will see you guys on the next one. Peace out.